We've handed over our food security to someone else, and they're here to help you take it back. It's the Farm2Table Direct Show with Ryan and Keith.
No, actually, I just want to preface this next one by kind of setting it up for you.
Right.
This is John Kerry at a meeting at the World Economic Forum, and he's addressing a question about the Great Reset and would he be implementing this stuff?
Straight from the horse's mouth. People.
That would be the climate czar.
That's right. The president's climate czar.
This president's climate czar. And was he climate czar under...
No, he was Secretary of State.
Was he?
At one time.
I'm a bad citizen.
Anyway, we tried to forget about it. I mean, in all honesty,
right. But this is what John Kerry told to answer to the question from the individual at the World Economic Forum.
Are we expecting too much too soon from the new president, or is he going to deliver first day on these topics?
The answer to your question is no, you're not expecting too much. And yes, it will happen. And I think it will happen with greater speed and with greater intensity than a lot of people might imagine.
And there you have it.
Greater speed and greater intensity.
Right. And I can tell you, after being a little over a year into this presidency, it has certainly been that.
Oh, yeah. He did not lie when he said what he said.
Right.
And I will, for the sake of time today, not get into my rants about John Kerry, but
right.
We can visit that.
He has another history.
Yes,
he has a long history,
and it's one that's very personal to me. But
oh yeah, definitely.
They didn't lie, folks. Now they've laid it out that they're going to implement this agenda faster and with more intensity than we can imagine.
That's hard to imagine.
Well,
because
I can imagine
right now. I can imagine it right now because we're actually living through it, and especially after what Cindy told me today about Biden talking about we're going to have a real food problem.
Right.
Fruits,
and that is definitely very concerning because we've already seen at times just being able to get a box of crackers could be a challenge.
Right. So what can we do about it?
Well, the first thing is exactly what we're doing right here. Speak out.
Speaking out.
Talk about it.
Absolutely.
Get it out there to people, share with people, have conversation, and, through whatever mediums you may have available, whether it's talking to your neighbors or it's posting on, whatever social media site or whatever you're willing to step off on.
Right.
But when you see these things or you hear these things, speak out about it, talk about it, get it out there. The more people that are informed about it, information is power. And, much like information.
Right. Share this program.
Share it, among other many things that you can do. But that is, we would love for you to do.
Yeah.
But from just, our side of things. But, no, absolutely. When you see something on Facebook or you see something on, Twitter or wherever you may go, or you come across an article like I did that you get out and dig into it but speak out about it. And, that's, that headline we read about the debt forgiveness.
Right.
That got squashed because people spoke out. They stood up and they spoke out and they were counted.
That's right.
And so we've seen that a lot recently. And I'll keep on harping on the freedom convoys and those things because, again, profession I'm in, that matters to me.
But, sure. Yeah.
So the more, we've seen that voices of the people can still be heard and can still have positive change and effect.
It can. And don't forget, folks, that you can also contact your representatives, your senators, and email them. They will eventually email you back. Right. And it may be in the form of a form letter, but they're addressing something that, if it's a long one, you can pretty much know a lot of people have spoke out against it.
Right.
And I receive some long letters sometimes coming back.
Call their office, tell their people, I mean, for all, because that representative works for you.
Right. Although it doesn't always work, and as we talked about,
feel like they work for us,
right?
But I mean, in the fundamentals,
if enough people will talk to them,
right,
then they get the message. Now, whether they're countered by some other more powerful entity like banks,
right, like banks,
right.
But point being is, though, folks, there's action to take there in
That's
speaking
correct.
out. Buy local as much as you can.
And I just really want to emphasize that buy local, because we have consolidated power under the, of those 4 meat processing companies. We've allowed it to happen. So we need to broaden the base of our security. And in order to broaden the base of our security, I think we should buy local as much as we can.
Absolutely. And that comes into something that I believe in is building relationships. If you're buying local and you're meeting the person that is growing or raising the product you're buying, whether it's poultry or beef or it's vegetables or whatever it may be, you get a face-to-face with this person. You get to know this person. They can tell you about it. Most of them want to talk to you about it. It's what they do.
That's exactly right.
And so when those relationships are built, you're going to hear their problems as far as a producer, as a grower of something. They'll share with you the problems.
Yeah,
that
of course.
have.
They feel the pain.
Right, because that's their bottom line. That's hitting their family and their wallet.
Right.
But buy local, and whether that's a farmer's market or that's a local mom and pop store or a family
a baker,
for example, a family farm store where they raise the crops and sell it in their own store. You're putting that money directly into the pocket
of local people.
And guess what they're going to do? They're then going to put that money back into the local economy. And that is going to continue to grow and enforce and support that.
Well, not only that, but it helps them to stay in business.
Right. Well, of course.
And the more that we can encourage business like that, the more, or I should say, the less we have to worry about our food supply.
Well, absolutely. That ensures your food supply.
Correct.
Not getting into too many details, but a simple barter of giving somebody something that you have that you're not using, that they need, may get something returned to you, like eggs.
Right. That's right.
What I'm just saying is that that system still exists there. And as you develop those relationships with those people, and we're not saying that happens for everybody or will, but point being is, the more you get to know that person.
I think the more relationships you build, the more you'll find that you'll find something to where you can help out someone, and they are going to be willing to help you out in your time of need also.
And I mean, we grew up in a small town.
Correct.
And so we've seen that firsthand to some degree.
Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody. But no, point being, as a small business owner, he's going to know your needs sometimes better than the clerk working down at the big box store, who you're just another customer that walked in out of the 1,000 that walked in that day.
That's right. You are a name.
You're a name. You're
a personality. You're a face.
And so that's what goes to that, and that's why we really will always. That's kind of part of the purpose of this show is that farm to table direct, and buying local and being direct to your table from the farm.
And with that, I'll just say that another thing that you can do is get involved by going to the Farm2Table Direct Show, which is the 2 tabledirectshow.com.
Correct.
And go over there, and if you're a producer,
absolutely,
contact us.
Right.
We want you to get listed with us. And if you're a consumer who's looking for those type of contacts, we want that you would be able to go over there and to search a producer near you.
Right. And that's a list that we're getting started, that we're going to try to build. And so again, as Keith said, if you're a producer of food,
right.
Food
I might also say, don't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's okay.
I might also say, if you happen to be just somebody who's passionate about what we're talking about, you can get involved by talking to us, and maybe you are from Bug Tussle, Oklahoma, and you know a lot of people around there, or at least you know the producers around there.
Yeah, you know your local food.
Right. And then you can contact them and then get them listed. And you don't have to, if they're already publicly listed, they don't mind for you to share
right.
Their listing with the public, because they depend on the public to support them.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, if you're just somebody who is passionate about this, contact us.
Absolutely. That's the way you can get involved. Folks, we're kind of going to...
right back there.
Right back there.
Yeah.
The executive director has...
she's kind of given us it's the stink eye.
It's the stink eye of it's time to end this episode, folks. And,
right.
and we're kind of joking just a little bit, but no, and it is time for us to close out this episode. And in this episode, just to recap, we began to put the pieces of this jigsaw puzzle that will connect the entire picture together, bringing into focus the Great Reset and the global cabal that is trying to take control of our food security and independence. And as future episodes are put out for your learning and consumption, we'll continue to uncover and show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. The biggest thing we can do is realize that it will take us all to stop this, to protect our families and our communities. We hope you're finding entertainment and information that is helpful to you. Please tell your friends and family to tune in and check us out. We are on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Just search for the Farm2Table Direct Show. That is the Farm2Table Direct Show. Or you can watch us on our YouTube channel, the Farm2Table Direct Show. Email us if you want to reach to us directly at farm2tabledirect@protonmail.com. That is farm2tabledirect@protonmail.com. Or you can visit our website, the Farm2Table Direct Show.com, to search for producers near you. And as we've already mentioned, if you're a producer or know a producer, please contact us so we can add you to our database of local producers. And do you have anything to add before we close it out?
I was just beginning to get a common thread through that. Did you say the Farm, the number 2 Table Direct Show.com?
That is what I said. And folks, until the next episode, prepare for the unexpected
and keep it local.